Welcome back to more Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Last time, Louie ran away, so this time our first mission is looking for Louie. Let's get down to brass tacks. All that matters here is getting through as many walls as you can, as fast as you can. Don't waste time fighting wild creatures unless they're gnawing on you, in which case you have my permission. The President. Mission Log Day 7. I may have been too hard on Louie last night about his excessive appetite. Letting my emotions run away with me was wrong both as a pilot and as his mentor. Not that he's blameless here, of course, but it's my duty now to go find him, wherever he's run off to. Once that's taken care of, I have some soul searching to do about my temper. Off to find Louie, again. We have 14 minutes to reunite the captains in the Twilight River, and 10 minutes for the Platinum Medal. I need to go up somehow. The seesaw block might just do the trick. I'm hungry. Switching over to Louie on the other side of the region, we have the red Pikmin, along with a dwarf orange ballboard. I'm not concerned with carrying enemies back to the onions, because we actually have enough Pikmin as is. Up ahead is the corresponding seesaw block. See that seesaw block there? Could we put it on top? I can't believe I raised my voice like that. I should apologize. With that taken care of, we're going to have both sets of Pikmin dig for bomb rocks. There are quite a few stone walls and enemies between the two captains' locations, so we'll have to clear a path. In general, I find this mission is surprisingly inconsistent. On one hand, it's inherently one of the shortest side stories missions if everything goes well. However, on the other hand, it's largely luck dependent, so a lot of things can actually go wrong, especially because of the Pikmin's AI and the enemy's behavior. For example, in a Deathless run, sometimes the Pikmin will get caught on something and won't get out of the way of an explosion in time. Up ahead, we have a dwarf orange ballborb, along with a pair of whip-tongue ballborbs that will actually drop bomb rocks. I'm enjoying the solitude. Ideally, we'll take out both with a single bomb rock, so we'll have a net gain of one bomb rock. We'll gather these up and head to the top of this ramp, where we have another dig spot and a stone wall. This bomb rock is perfect for breaking this wall. While they dig there, we'll swap back to Olimar and make progress on this side. We'll gather up these bomb rocks and make our way back over here to the whip-tongue ballborb next to the stone wall. Optimally, we'll damage the wall and take out the ballborb with a single bomb rock, but oftentimes it doesn't work out that way. It appears a bomb rock can break it. We actually did get both, so we can actually save a bomb rock here. We also want to gather up the bomb rock over here and make our way through. Because of that, we actually don't need to gather up these yellow Pikmin sprouts over here because we actually have enough bomb rocks to finish this mission. But we'll gather them up anyway and swap back to Louie and collect these bomb rocks over here to continue making our way over to Olimar's location. With 7 bomb rocks in hand, that is more than enough to get through this wall and also the next wall on the other side of the region. Up here, I'm going to leave the other red Pikmin behind, so I have fewer Pikmin to maneuver through this very treacherous area with a couple of Scutterchucks and a swooping Snitch Bug. Unfortunately, one got grabbed by the Snitch Bug, so I'm actually going to go back over here to gather up the Pikmin, just to be on the safe side. Over here, we also have a couple more enemies past this ramp, and I definitely don't want to mess with them if I don't have to, because we have a pair of ballborbs. I actually didn't realize that the swooping Snitch Bug only grabbed the bomb and didn't actually grab the Pikmin there. Did you hear that? Because of that though, we're actually down one bomb rock, meaning we have to find one elsewhere. There are a couple in the area with the ball bear, but I'd rather not fight those if I don't have to, so instead we're going to fight this Hermit Crawmad. On the other side of this little region, we also have a pair of bearded amp rats and a burrowing snagret that actually don't drop bomb rocks, so I recommend going through that path instead. We also have this electric gate blocking off an area with another dig spot for even more bomb rocks, but luckily we do have enough as is to break down this wall and make our way over to Louie. Words cannot describe how I'm feeling, Your Highness. Please accept this platinum medal and a song written by yours truly. When I finally found Louie, he claimed to be sorry for what he did, but I'll keep a close eye on him all the same. He went missing after the Copites rescued him too, and turned out to have made off with all their food. For all that, this planet is dangerous enough that it's good to have a partner around. Hopefully, I can find enough food to keep him in line. Next up is Big Fruit Carnival. Moving large fruits is a big job that takes a lot of Pikmin. We can't afford replacement winged Pikmin, so don't you dare lose any while sending them over the water. The President. Mission Log Day 8. We're getting all kinds of signs that there's giant fruit in the area, so it follows that Louie would be eating his way through the region. I may yet get through this without an earful from the President. Better still, I'm picking up faint signals from one of the Hokotate ship's parts here. Time to get suited up for another expedition. I'm getting so tired. No, I must stay strong. We have 15 minutes to look for fruits in the Garden of Hope. To tell the truth, I'm not the biggest fan of this mission for a couple of reasons, but most have to do with the starting area. Basically, we have to build a ramp to get over this wall over here. We must go beyond this wall. But how? The problem is we start with so few winged Pikmin that building the ramp will take a while, and also we'll struggle against the larger enemies in the next areas. As a result, we want to take our time and grow as many winged Pikmin as possible here. Because of that, I feel like this mission has a relatively slow start compared to a lot of the other side stories missions. And as someone who likes to do deathless runs of these missions, I have gone through this opening section more times than I'd care to admit. This often takes me about 2 to 3 minutes, and honestly, I wish the mission was shorter in exchange for starting with more Pikmin. This does have the longest time limit of any of the side stories, and I definitely wish it was more like a 13 to 14 minute time limit, but you started with maybe 15 or 20 winged Pikmin instead, just to speed up this area and to make it a lot snappier. It's also fairly confined, so there's not much room for multitasking, and also worth mentioning is, this is the only area that has 3 missions in Olimar's comeback. Every other area has 2 missions except this and the Distant Tundra that only has 1 mission. To be honest, I would have preferred a second mission in the Distant Tundra rather than a third mission here. But with 30 Pikmin in our party, we're going to head over here and take care of the ramp with 1 charge, hopefully, as long as the Pikmin don't get stuck on the ledge of the pot, and once we build this, we can finally make our way over to the other side of the region where things get a lot more interesting. Before we leave though, I definitely want to gather up the Pikmin and have them get the nectar in order to get through a few fights a lot more safely, and to be able to carry things back a lot more swiftly. But with that, we can finally cross over and see what awaits us. We passed. Over here, we have some winged Pikmin sprouts along with a Bulborb. Hopefully we'll be able to take out without too much trouble, but again, the winged Pikmin are not the best at combat, so we'll see how this goes. We also want to carry this one back because I'd like to have closer to 50 winged Pikmin for the next area after this, past that bamboo gate. We'll leave the gate alone for now, but as the Pikmin are carrying things back, we actually can't go back to the Onion because we have to build another ramp over here. I'm going to have all of the Pikmin work on this, but we also have some more enemies over here, along with a fruit that we'll have to remember to get in a bit. In general, I also feel like this mission has a lot of waiting around, even past the initial section, just because, in general, it feels like the winged Pikmin don't carry things back particularly quickly, so in general, I find this mission is somewhat tedious compared to a lot of the other ones we've seen so far. With a few more winged Pikmin in our party, we're going to skip past the Dwarf Orange Bulborbs, or the Dwarf Bulborbs, and carry back this fruit. With that taken care of, we'll head back to the Onion and round up everyone in order to head to the next area past the Bamboo Gate. Over here we have quite a few Hermit Crawmats to get past, so again, given that we only have winged Pikmin at the moment, we definitely want to be careful and have as many Pikmin as possible for this next fight. There are more than winged Pikmin in this area. Over here, we do have a bridge, and on the other side there are some blue Pikmin, but unfortunately we can't reach them for a while. So, with all of our Pikmin in our party again, let's head over here, lift the gate, and see what else we can find. We also have some more winged Pikmin sprouts on the other side of this area here, so we'll definitely want to gather those up. We'll leave the gate up also because we do have to pass through here at a later time as well, but with this we should have more than 50 Pikmin for the rest of this mission. We should be able to take out the Hermit Crawmats without too much trouble with this many winged Pikmin, but again, I feel like it's fascinating how many winged Pikmin you need in order to equal the strength of, say, the red Pikmin that are the strongest in battle, but even like the yellow and blue Pikmin can defeat an enemy like this much more easily. Even with this many winged Pikmin, we only got it to a little bit under half health in one charge. We have one more over here, along with 2 eggs that we definitely want to break for obvious reasons. One has nectar, so we definitely want more winged flower Pikmin for starters, but also one of the other ones has an ultra spicy spray that we definitely want. I miss my wife and the kids. I wonder what they're doing this very moment. This will help a lot to get past some very scary enemies in the next section. We'll have a couple of the Pikmin carry back the fruits here, and we'll also have some dig over here. There is a fruit in here, so we do have to dig this out. Actually, we'll charge our whole squad over to speed this up, and in the meantime, I think we'll just hang out here for them to finish up so we can actually round them up without having to circle around this whole area. So once they carry this back, we will round up all of our Pikmin again and head over to the gate once more to see what's past it. Once we're past the gate on the other side, we can actually close it this time. There's nothing else in this area that we have to do. Hypothetically, you wouldn't actually need to build this ramp. You could leave Louie by the Onion and simply whistle him over, which will cause the winged Pikmin to fly over. So you could save a little bit of time if you skip past that. But once the fruit arrives, we'll whistle the Pikmin back and then head over to the other set of Pikmin at the Bamboo Gate. This definitely feels like one of the longer missions, which also makes it slightly more stressful given that there's more time for things to go horribly wrong, which I've definitely experienced in the past. So with 59 winged Pikmin, we once again want to head through this drainage area where we have another fruit, and we also have this little bag that we'll need to push to once again head to this watery area where we have quite a few orange bulborbs to contend with. Ideally, we'll be able to take out the dwarf orange bulborbs without waking up the adult, and also without having both too close together and having to deal with both at the same time. With enemies like this, I do recommend tossing the Pikmin just because sometimes they're swarming, they immediately get shaken off, and as a result, they'll get picked off by the bulborb. This isn't the best case scenario for obvious reasons, so I think what we'll do is wait for it to go back to sleep, and then try to take out the other dwarf orange bulborb. It is getting very close to the adult bulborb, so we might have to call the Pikmin back very quickly like so. We might have to use the ultra spicy spray to get both of the bulborbs. There is another one off in the distance as well, and we'll also try to finish off with the spicy spray too, but we might have to deal with the adult bulborb first in this situation. Again, ideally we would have gotten the dwarf bulborb first, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. So we'll finish off this one, and we have another fruit to carry back. No, I refuse to give up. Before the spray runs out, we also want to quickly head over here and deal with the other bulborb, which actually drops another drop of spicy spray, which is good because we have one more very scary enemy to deal with. We also have some blue Pikmin over here. I'm actually not sure why they give you blue Pikmin in this mission, given that there's not much you actually have to carry through water, and in a case like this, it's actually more efficient to carry it back with the winged Pikmin because they can fly over everything, and on the other side of this area, we'll reach the area with the bridge. So we'll want to work on that, and also round up the blue Pikmin. We have 2 sets of bridge pieces, so we'll get to work on that. We specifically want the blue Pikmin to work on this, along with a few of the winged Pikmin, partly because I want to save some winged Pikmin, because we could carry these back without even building the bridge. So I think we'll carry back this one first, because it's a little bit farther away on a technicality, but once the bridge is done, we'll round up all of our Pikmin and deal with one more large enemy in this area that's guarding even more fruit. Over here, we have yet another bug-eyed Crawmad, so we want to use another spicy spray, charge our Pikmin at its eyes, as usual, and once it flips over again, we'll start tossing Pikmin at its underside to hopefully finish it off in one cycle. So we have our final 2 fruits of this area, so let's have the winged Pikmin carry this, and we'll have the rest of our Pikmin work on this fruit. We'll also have to head back because there is one more fruit that we don't have enough Pikmin to carry, so we will mosey on over here. Okay, all that's left to do is retrieve the treasure. So with all of our winged Pikmin here, we'll go over and collect this final fruit, and that should conclude this mission. In general, again, this isn't actually a difficult mission, it's just kind of tedious more than anything. The enemies aren't too difficult to defeat as long as you use the spicy sprays wisely, but again, if something does go wrong, having to actually do everything over again every time is just kind of a pain, and again, I wish this mission started a little bit faster. Words cannot describe how I'm feeling, Your Highness. Please accept this platinum medal and a song written by yours truly. We got a good harvest of giant fruits today. Alas, we still haven't found the ship part sending that signal. I should go consult with Brittany, that Copite botanist, to see if she can shed any light on the part signal coming from the fruit. Actually, I'd love to see all 3 of the Copite scientists and discuss the wonders of this planet more. Maybe once I finish this assignment. Next time, we'll look for the final ship parts. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Pikmin 3 Deluxe.